You know, in an interview late last night, exclusively for Good Morning America, the general in charge of the police investigation into this case told me that yes, Joran van der Sloot is ready to talk about what happened to Natalee Holloway. He will tell Aruban officials if they come here, he said, where her body is buried. That news came after a long day, which had the 22-year-old Joran being escorted by police throughout this capital city.
It was a motorcade fit for a visiting diplomat. Instead, there in that last car was a confessed killer being taken to court to face murder and robbery charges. When Joran was finally placed in a jail cell at the Judicial Palace, General Cesar Guardia, the head of criminal investigations, gave us the brutal facts in the case. Joran, he said, struck Stephanie Flores repeatedly, strangled her, shook her, threw her on the floor, and when he saw that she was still breathing, he used his own shirt to suffocate her. He told us when Joran left his room to get coffee and pastries that Sunday morning, Stephanie was already dead. In fact, the general believes Joran ate his breakfast in that hotel room next to Stephanie's body. He also told us Joran's motive for killing her was robbery. When he left his room that morning, he says, Joran took Stephanie's cash, jewelry, credit cards, her ID, and her car, which he abandoned a few miles away. And what about Joran's confession, which one of his lawyers has said was coerced? The general told me the confession was totally legal.
Is he ready to talk about Natalee Holloway?
Yes, he says, Joran is ready to discuss this whenever officials from Aruba can come to Peru. With charges now filed against him, Joran will soon be moved to Castro, this overcrowded prison an hour outside of Lima.
Dante's Inferno. It is hell in there. I mean, you hear people talk about Turkish prisons and whatnot because they haven't been to a Peruvian prison.
Joran will be separated from the other inmates for his own safety.
As for his offer to talk about Natalee Holloway, there's no response yet from officials in Aruba. But one thing's for certain, George, this is not part of any plea bargain. Officials here in Peru say he will be tried. He must stand trial in Peru and that he will pay for his crimes here in Peru. There will be no extradition.